Hi guys, JP from FSiPanel. Welcome to this quick tutorial where we'll show you how you can fly quick approaches using FSiPanel 2024 and the Fenix A320 series that apply to the 319, 320 and 321. Before I forget, please subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot, making more and more video for you. All right, let's go into the procedures to be used. First of all, you need to select, of course, the aircraft you want to fly, and today we said we want to go on the Fenix A320. So here feel free to select any variant you want. Let's try to grab a CFM with Sharklet for our training today. And I have my aircraft. The next thing I have to select the airport where I want to fly. So I wanted to give it a shot at San Francisco. So let's select San Francisco, Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar, and runway 28 right. Why not? The runway is not that relevant right now. What we want to do as well is the weather. I want to make sure it's live for now, and I'm ready to go. So now I'm going to click on Start Flight, and the simulator will load, and I will see you once the aircraft is loaded. Very fast with this new MSFS 2024. That's perfect. So we are now sitting on the runway, and I just need to click Ready to Fly. And here we are in the cockpit of our A320. Starting up. And one thing very important, well, two things very important with FSiPanel. Make sure your engines are running. Make sure your IRS are aligned. That's very, very, very important. Now I'm flying in the US, so I will just select inches of mercury for my altimeter. And as you can see, the altimeter setting is wrong. We don't need to worry about that. We have nothing in the MCDU, no need to worry about that. So basically important, your engines IRS align. Now, what you want to do is set your training weight. So if you go to Fenix and you go to mass and balance, you can use, of course, the default weight, but you can as well load your aircraft. So let's take around 140 passengers, a little bit of cargo, and let's grab around 4 tons of fuel for our training. Now I will click on apply and load the aircraft, and I want to have it instantly done. My aircraft is loaded. Perfect. Now I have my 4 tons of fuel and everything is set. So the next thing you want to make sure before you start FSiPanel is, if you look on your toolbar, you will see an icon here for FSiPanel. This is the in-game model for communication. So you need to click on it to have it activated. Now you can see FSiPanel is connected, and now we can start FSiPanel. Even if it doesn't say connected, it's okay. It will be connected as soon as you start FSiPanel. Important is to click on it in the toolbar menu. All right, so let me start FSiPanel, and I show you how easily you can fly an approach with the Fenix A320 and FSiPanel. All right, here we go. FSiPanel has just started. As you can see, wait a few seconds, and the first thing you want to make sure is that the aircraft detected is the correct one. In our case, the Fenix A320 Sharklet. Then you can see that FSiPanel has detected San Francisco, runway 28 right. That's correct. And this is the actual live weather. So if you're using a weather preset, this will be completely wrong. So this is only the actual live weather. And we are using live weather today, so this is accurate. If you want to change the runway, you can click on the runway and select any runway you want. You can see that some runway, we have tailwinds on some runways. So I'm just going to stick to runway 28 right, 3,600 meters. That's fine. And today we are going to fly a long final. Before doing that, let me show you some options that you have on the Fenix A320. If you go to Setup, Fenix, now you're going to get some options there. You can see that we have Program MCDU. Fine, we want it. Then we have the Set Zero Fuel Weight and CG. So here we get a warning. Please make sure that FSiPanel and Fenix weight unit are the same. So basically, I'm flying in Europe. So my setting when I installed FSiPanel was kilogram. And my Fenix is as well in kilogram. So that's very important. So make sure you don't have kilogram in FSiPanel and imperial in the Fenix. Then set QNH wind and temperature. You can activate it as well. Now this is how fast you want FSiPanel to program your MCDU. So I will try very close to the fastest. If you get some error, you can slow down. Usually it should work with like this setting here. Default auto brake, I like low, and my default landing flaps will be flaps full. And I want enable manage speed on final approach, so that's fine. So now that we have our setting, let's go for a long final. So I click on long final. As you can see, my flaps full default is right there. If I want to try just for once a flaps 3, I can just click here, and now it's a flaps 3 landing. Summary, ILS runway 28 right, 8 nautical miles at 2,300 feet. So this is what we are going to see once I click move aircraft. So remember, once you click move aircraft, FSiPanel will give you instructions, so do not do anything, just follow the instruction. Do not play with the cockpit or you might interfere in a bad way. So let's click on move aircraft and see what happens. We should be in the cockpit, here we go. And now FSiPanel is about to set the altitude, speed, heading, altimeter setting, and the flaps are moving to flaps 3, as you can see. Here, nothing to do, just wait. We've got the side stick, this is my bad. And we wait for the next instructions. So we can see the flaps moving to 3. And now FSiPanel is telling us everything is ready. Set your thrust lever to climb detent to start the approach. All right, so let's do that. Make sure you go to climb detent. And now the aircraft goes in the air. And now you will see the autopilot mode, FCU. We're going to have speed mode, vertical speed, heading, and then FSiPanel will program the MCDU, set the everything for us. So let's see that happening now. Auto brake low. We have some cautions, of course, because the MCDU doesn't know where we are. And now FSiPanel is doing the job with the MCDU. So San Francisco to San Francisco, FSI 001. The cost index is 30 and we should be at 2,300 feet. Then the weight is inserted here with the CG. And then the approach will be inserted. So we are on the ILS 28 right, insert, and then we need the weather. So the weather here, activate approach phase, 3016, temperature 13, and we get the wind. Conf 3, as you can see, has been set here. And if we look up here, we have landing flap 3 has been selected by FSiPanel. All the lights have been selected. And the auto brake is set to low, and we've got the speed brake arm. Basically, spoilers are armed, we are ready to go. So right now we got the message here, aircraft is ready, hold your brake for 3 seconds to take control. So right now the aircraft is fully set. As you can see, we can fly it. We can set our minimum if we want, we can update our MCDU if we want. So if you expect, if later on you want to fly a missed approach here, make sure that the point in front of you is the correct one. And as we can see it right now, it seems to be correct. If I go to flight plan, SEPIN, that's behind me, so I just go direct to AXMUL, insert, and when I do that, I just make sure I go back to heading mode. Good, so now the MCDU will let us fly the approach, and should we go around, then we're gonna have the correct routing. Good, so once I'm ready to take over control, as you can see, we are flying, but FSiPanel brings us back all the way to give you the time to set up everything as you need. So once you're ready to fly, hold your brake for 3 seconds as instructed and arm the approach. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3 seconds. I get the control. Now I can arm the approach. Here we go. Second autopilot. And we should see localizer, glide slope star, missed approach altitude 4,000 feet. And as you can see, we are perfectly well on final for runway 28 right in San Francisco within a couple of seconds, ready to fly the approach. After landing, you will get a full landing report as well as some feedback about your landing. And you can repeat this over and over again, be on downwind, be on vectors, anything you like. So this was just to show you the procedure so you know how to fly it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question or comment, please drop it in the section down below. As always, stay safe and please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I see you very soon for another video. Bye-bye.